it's also something that when you get older, you can't hear it. You can't hear high sounds as well. LTV has this high hiss for some reason, but my parents can't hear it, and I can, and it drives me nuts. Madagascar is the fourth largest island in the world, preceded by Greenland, New Guinea, and Borneo. Where does Australia come into that? I don't know. I have to look that up. Only two blue moons. The saying only once in a blue moon refers to the occurrence of two full moons during one calendar month, are to occur between now and 2001. Those times are January 1999 and March 1999. Well, that's obviously a very old fact. That should not be in there. The First Lady of the United States is considered a private citizen. I'm not too sure what that means. Beethoven, who was a coffee lover, was so particular about his coffee that he always counted 60 beans each cup when he prepared his brew. I wish I had read that a few days ago because I was at a fundraiser quiz and that question came up about who the person was, and it asked who the famous composer was that was so particular about his coffee, and I didn't know, so I just put Mozart, but I got it wrong, obviously. The infinite sign is called a lemniscate. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Lemniscate. 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 Maybe. Take your height and divide by 8. That's how tall your head is. I'm going to do a quick calculation to see how tall my head is. I can't remember my height. 169 centimeters, I think. Divided by 8. My head is 21 centimeters tall. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than that. Maybe I got my height wrong. I don't know. 21 centimeters. That seems short. Who knows? Giraffes have no vocal cords. Okay. This is really strange. Frankfurt, Kentucky, makes it against the law to shoot off a policeman's tie. Oh man. In Florida, failure to tell your neighbor his house is on fire is illegal. Given the opportunity, deer will chew gum and marijuana. The most powerful electric eel is found in the rivers of Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, and Peru, and produces a shock of 400 to 650 volts. I wonder how it produces electricity. It's crazy. The average US worker toils for 2 hours and 47 minutes of each working day just to pay income tax. Indeed, the average American pays more in taxes than for food, clothing, and shelter put together. Kao, CFW, is a Japanese brand of shaving foam. The first alarm clock could only ring at 4 a.m. Cats have over 100 vocal sounds. dogs only have about 10. The venom of the king cobra is so deadly that one bite can kill 20 people or one elephant. It's good to know that 20 people are equal to one elephant. Prince Charles and Prince William never travel on the same plane as a precaution. Fair enough, I say. Stannous fluoride, which is the cavity fighter found in toothpaste, is made from recycled tin. Over 5 million people in Brazil are employed by the coffee trade. Most of those are involved with the cultivation and harvesting of more than 3 billion coffee plants. That's amazing. Research indicates that mosquitoes are attracted to people who have recently eaten bananas. Sheep. Well, that was really loud. Sheep can recognize other sheep from pictures. Walt Disney World generates about 120,000 pounds of garbage every day. I've been there and there are a lot of food outlet places. I'm not surprised by that. Donald Duck's middle name is Fauntleroy. 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 I need to work on my pronunciation. The green stuff on the occasional freak potato chip is chlorophyll. I didn't know that. Blue eyes are the most sensitive to light. Dark brown are the least sensitive. I think I've said this one before. And that the lighter your eyes are, the more likely you are to sneeze when you see the sun. Which is what I do. Every time I walk outside I sneeze. In 1982, Larry Walters tied 24 weather balloons to his lawn chair in Los Angeles and climbed to an altitude of 16,000 feet. I'm instantly reminded of Up by that. Vanilla is the extract of fermented and dried pods of several species of orchids. That's interesting. A 41-gun salute is the traditional salute to a royal birth in Great Britain. The word honcho comes from a Japanese word meaning squad leader and first came into usage in the English language during the American occupation of Japan following World War II. There's a lot of repeats here, so I'm just trying to find ones that I haven't said before. On average, there is about 3 molecules of ozone for every 10 million air molecules. Over 80% of professional boxers have suffered brain damage. In the United States, swordfish can live as long as 25 years and weigh up to 1,200 pounds. Tokyo is the largest city by population, 35 million, followed by New York, 21 million, then Seoul, 21 million, then Mexico City, 20 million. I don't know how old that fact is, but I'm not sure if that's current or not. It was during World War II that clothes with elastic waists were introduced. This is because the metal used in zippers was badly needed for the war. Mushrooms have no chlorophyll, so they don't need sunshine to grow and thrive. Some of the earliest commercial mushroom farms were set up in caves in France during the reign of King Louis. The 14th, I think, if my Roman numerals serve me correct. That was between 1638 and 1715. Paper bags are outlawed in grocery stores in Afghanistan. They believe paper is sacred. A giant squid has eyes that can grow up to 20 inches in diameter. In the National Museum of New Zealand, it holds the biggest giant squid. I think it's called the colossal squid. And its eye is humongous. They've got it preserved there. A scorpion can have up to 12 eyes. The reason why locusts swarm are because when they are in groups, a hot spot behind their hind legs is stimulated, which in turn causes their destructive nature. A large swarm of locusts can eat 80,000 tons of corn in a day. Drew Carey once worked at a Denny's. I believe he was also an officer or something in the army, or the Marines or something. And have you seen him lately? He looks really good. He's so skinny now. Wow, Saudi Arabia covers an area of 830,000 square miles, yet there is not a single river in the whole country. Research indicates that people prefer the colour blue for their casual clothing. Until 1990, the deadly poison mercury was used in about 30% of latex pants. Who wears latex pants? That sounds a bit too protective for me. During World War II, the very first bomb dropped on Berlin by the Allies killed the only elephant in the Berlin Zoo. I think I've said that one before. Bumping foreheads with a handshake is the traditional greeting in Tibet. The traditional greeting for Maori New Zealanders is to bump noses and handshake. The first person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel was Anna Edson Taylor. She made the journey on October 24, 1901 and escaped unhurt. listen to music during operations perform better than those who don't. So if you remember that, next time you have surgery, tell the surgeon to play some music while he works on you. Your chances might be a bit higher of surviving. A female mackerel lays about 500,000 eggs at one time. Yeesh. Over its lifetime, a shark will lose as many as 50,000 teeth. When Leonardo da Vinci was young, he drew a picture of a horrible monster and placed near a window in order to surprise his father. Upon seeing the picture, his father believed it to be real and set out to protect his family until the boy showed him it was just a picture. Da Vinci's father then enrolled his son in an art class. If you pet a cat 70 million times, you will have developed enough static electricity to light a 60-watt light bulb for 1 minute. Yeah, okay. 2/3 of Canadians live in Quebec and Ontario. Am I pronouncing that right? Quebec, or is it Quebec? I don't know. An ant's sense of smell is as good as a dog's. The metal instrument used in shoe stores to measure feet is called the Brannock device. Okay. Less than 1% of the 500 Chinese cities have clean air. Respiratory disease is China's leading cause of death. In 1949, forecasting the relentless march of science, popular mechanics said computers in the future may weigh no more than 1.5 tons. Okay, a couple more. The Honda Accord has the highest stolen rate in the US according to NCIB. Who would want to steal a Honda Accord? The shallowest sea is the Sea of Azov. It is 13 meters at its deepest,